Hello everybody, it's Uncle Matt, and I'm here to read you another bedtime story. And tonight's bedtime story is called Madeline in America and Other Holiday Tales by Ludwig Bemelmans and John Bemelmans Marciano. And the story that we're going to read today is called Bemelmans' Christmas Memory by Barbara Bemelmans. And Barbara Bemelmans is the daughter of Ludwig Bemelmans, who is the original author of Madeline and their stories. And this story was copyright. Okay, this was copyright 1999. And illustrations were copyright in 1957 by Barbara Bemelmans and her mother, Madeline Bemelmans. And this whole kind of story arrangement was copyrighted in 1999. All right. Bemelmans' Christmas Memory. My father liked the Christmas season, the cold weather, the snow, the fireplace that burned constantly and into which he put special pine cones that made the flames turn different colors. He drew sketches of the sidewalk Santas and took me to the Christmas show at Radio City and to see the tree at the Rockefeller Center. He laughed with cab drivers who seemed full of good cheer and smiled back at saluting doormen. At Lichau's, a restaurant he had gone to since first coming to America, he ate Wiener Schnitzel and drank beer and chatted in German with the waiters. Listening to the waltzes of Strauss and Schubert, he would grow lonesome for his grandfather's brewery in Regensburg and for the landscape of his childhood Christmases. There were Christmases spent in hotels, the Irving on Gramercy Park and the Carlisle on 76th Street, where Poppy sat on the floor assembling a set of electric trains for me and then making a papier-mâché tunnel for them to race through. We went to Cuba one year and had a very spare Christmas because Poppy's agent had not sent him the check he promised. Mostly we went to my grandparents' beautiful white house in Mount Kisco. So the picture here, my father dressed up in Santa Claus in 1954. And down here, the waiters at Lucho's trimming the holiday tree. I have fond memories of the Christmas Eve of 1949. We were sitting at our usual table in 21. Happy people laughed and toasted one another. Poppy had ordered 2 demitasses, and for me, chocolate ice cream. He lit a cigarette for my mother and an Upmann cigar for himself and gave me the band to wear as the ring. Just then, Pete Crindler, one of the proprietors of 21, shepherded a small flock of Navy uniform brass-buttoned Salvation Army volunteers into the festive wood-paneled room. As he gently guided them from table to table, they brushed against the fur coats of the glamorous, bejeweled, overcoiffed girlfriends and wives of 2 rich men. The men thumbed through their wallets and dropped donations in the kettle. When the little band reached our table, my father smiled and spoke to them in a manner he reserved for those he considered pure and good. I was proud that my beautiful mother was not wearing a fur coat or jewelry, that her hairdo was no more than a few strokes of her own brush, and that she was so much more like those in the Navy uniform than like the other women in the room. It made me happy that the missionaries stayed longest at our table, and that I was certain my father had given the largest contribution of anyone. How sweet, how decent, said my father when the group had gone. Tears glistened in his and my mother's eyes. Arm in arm, we walked to Fifth Avenue. 2 blocks away, Cardinal Spellman was getting ready to say midnight mass at St. Patrick's. Poppy hailed a cab. And those are memories from Barbara Bemelmans. She's the daughter of Ludwig Bemelman, the author of Madeline. And that's all the time we have for Uncle Matt's bedtime story. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.